As we get older, we begin to understand that the smallest things often hold the greatest power. The look in a loved one's eye. The warmth of the sun on your skin. The simple act of waking up pain-free. And yes, something as simple as what we choose to eat. After 60, your body doesn't respond to food the same way it once did. It's more sensitive now. More reactive. What once passed through without a second thought can now quietly damage your organs, especially your kidneys. And the truth that most people never hear? Some of the most harmful foods don't look harmful at all. They blend into our daily routines. They come in shiny packages, with friendly labels, offering comfort, convenience, or even false promises of health. But inside, they're doing slow, silent harm. Your kidneys are silent workers. They don't complain. They don't make noise. They just keep filtering, balancing, removing waste from your blood, and regulating fluids, day in and day out. But as you age, their strength starts to wane. The filtration process becomes more delicate. The margins for damage grow thinner. Which means every food choice either protects them or pushes them closer to strain and dysfunction. And the first food that should raise alarm bells? Processed meats. They are everywhere, in deli sandwiches, breakfast platters, party trays, and quick lunches. Bacon, sausage, ham, salami, hot dogs, these are not just meats. They are salt-packed, chemical-laden substances designed to last longer on shelves, not in human bodies. The problem? They are rich in sodium, preservatives like nitrates, and proteins that burden your kidneys in dangerous ways. After 60, your kidneys can no longer afford that burden. When you eat processed meats, the sodium spikes your blood pressure. High blood pressure is one of the top causes of kidney disease. At the same time, the excessive protein, especially from poor quality meat, forces your kidneys to work harder than they should. And those preservatives? They contribute to chronic inflammation, which quietly breaks down kidney function over time. You don't feel it today. But years of small, unnoticeable damage can lead to a tipping point where the kidneys are no longer able to do what they were built for. It's terrifying how quietly it happens. One sandwich here. A few slices there. Before you know it, you've normalized something that should never have been normal to begin with. And this is not just about kidney health. It's about protecting your overall vitality, your energy, your independence. Because when your kidneys start to fail, it doesn't stop there. Toxins build up in your blood. Fatigue sets in. Swelling starts in your legs and ankles. You can't think as clearly. Your heart has to work harder. It's a domino effect, and it starts with what's on your plate. But there's good news in all this. You're not powerless. In fact, this moment, this very realization, is your starting point. You have the wisdom of years, the strength of experience, and the ability to make changes that truly matter. And it begins with awareness. With looking at those old habits and asking, is this helping me or harming me? With stepping into your kitchen not just to eat, but to nourish. To heal. You don't need to give up everything you love. But you do need to stop trusting labels and start listening to your body. Start replacing processed meats with clean, whole proteins. Swap out sodium-packed slices for kidney-friendly options like lentils, quinoa, lean chicken, or tofu. Add herbs and spices that heal instead of chemicals that inflame. It's not about punishment, it's about protection. It's about power. This is not the time in life to slow down. This is the time to rise up. To fight for the years you still have ahead. And yes, your food, your choices, can either be your greatest weapon or your quietest enemy. So start now. Clean out your pantry. Rethink your plate. And take the first brave step toward protecting the body that has carried you this far. Because your life is not over. Not even close. In fact, the best of it might just be waiting on the other side of this choice. Now that you understand how processed meats can quietly work against you, let's talk about another sneaky threat hiding right in the middle of most kitchens. It's not flashy. It doesn't come in a shiny wrapper or with a warning label. In fact, it's often marketed as healthy or natural. But once you cross 60, this food becomes one of the most dangerous things you can put in your body, especially when it comes to your kidneys. I'm talking about packaged snack foods. Crackers. Chips. Biscuits. Pretzels. Even some granola bars. They may seem harmless. They may even satisfy a craving. But inside each bite is a hidden overload of refined carbohydrates, trans fats, preservatives, and, most dangerously of all, extremely high levels of sodium and phosphorus additives. Your kidneys don't just filter out waste. They help regulate minerals like sodium, potassium, and phosphorus. These minerals have to be kept in precise balance, or things start to go wrong very quickly. Too much phosphorus, for example, can lead to calcium leaching from your bones, weakening them silently. Too much sodium spikes blood pressure, damages arteries, and increases the load on your kidneys every single day. These processed snack foods might not feel like a meal, but they are working behind the scenes, bit by bit, to tip your body into imbalance. And the most deceptive part? Most of these phosphorus additives aren't even listed clearly on the label. They're added to improve shelf life, texture, or flavor, and they go by dozens of different names: sodium phosphate, disodium phosphate, phosphoric acid. Unless you're carefully scanning and decoding every label, chances are you're consuming them regularly without even knowing it. Over time, this creates a dangerous condition where your kidneys are forced to work harder and harder to remove the excess phosphorus until they simply can't keep up. You might ask, but what's the harm of a few snacks here and there? And that's the trap. It's never about one cracker, one cookie, or one bag of chips. It's about what becomes routine. What you reach for without thinking. What you consume when you're tired, stressed, or distracted. The body you had at 40 might have bounced back from that. But now, you've earned the right to care for yourself with the same seriousness you'd give to someone you love. Because this isn't just about cravings. It's about consequences. Kidney disease is called the silent killer for a reason. It often shows no signs until it's already advanced. No pain. No warnings. Just slow, accumulating damage. By the time swelling appears in your legs or fatigue takes over your days, the work has already been done. And reversing that damage? It's a steep hill. But preventing it, that's where your power lives. The truth is, aging well isn't about doing dramatic things. It's about being relentless with the small things. It's about asking, every single day, what does my body need most right now? And that answer is rarely found at the bottom of a chip bag or between two store-bought cookies. It's found in real food. In whole ingredients. In meals that give your body fuel and peace, not inflammation and stress. So if you've been turning to packaged snacks out of habit, it's time to rewrite that habit. Swap the chips for a handful of almonds. Replace crackers with apple slices or cucumber rounds dipped in hummus. Keep roasted chickpeas or unsalted popcorn on hand for when the cravings hit. Start preparing your own snacks in batches, foods you trust, made with love and purpose. Your kidneys will thank you. Not today. Not tomorrow. But in 5, 10, 20 years, when they're still working strong because of the choices you're making right now. And remember, you're not just protecting your kidneys. You're protecting your independence, your freedom to move, to walk, to travel, to wake up with energy, and go to sleep without worry. Because that's the life you deserve, not just survival, but vitality. Not just existing, but thriving. So let today be the day you stop underestimating what those small snacks can do. Let today be the day you start listening to your body more closely than you listen to advertising. Because your future self is watching. And every choice you make today is shaping the strength, clarity, and health of the years still ahead. There's a quiet enemy many seniors are unknowingly letting into their homes every single day. It doesn't look dangerous. It doesn't taste bad. In fact, it's often considered a comfort food, a reward after a long day, or a treat shared with grandchildren. But once we pass 60, comfort must be measured differently. Because this food, while it may seem harmless on the surface, is loaded with refined sugars, processed oils, and artificial ingredients that our kidneys can no longer tolerate like they once did. This is about sugary baked goods. Store-bought muffins, frosted cakes, donuts, packaged pastries, and that seemingly innocent slice of pie after dinner. These foods may bring back memories of sweet moments, but inside your body, they're causing something very different. The kidneys are extremely sensitive to blood sugar levels. When you eat foods high in added sugars, your blood sugar spikes. Over time, repeated spikes can cause damage to the tiny blood vessels within your kidneys. These vessels are responsible for filtering waste from your blood. If they become damaged, your kidneys begin to lose their ability to perform their essential role. High sugar intake is also directly linked to insulin resistance, which is one of the leading causes of type 2 diabetes, a condition that itself is the #1 cause of kidney failure. What makes it so dangerous is how slowly it creeps up on you. You don't feel sugar damaging your kidneys. You don't feel insulin resistance forming. But silently, behind the scenes, harm is being done. And here's where it gets even more alarming: many so-called healthy, baked goods are just as harmful. Low-fat muffins, bran cookies, granola bars that appear to be loaded with oats and nuts. Most of these are just sugar in disguise. Manufacturers hide the damage by labeling them with words like natural sweeteners or organic cane sugar. But your kidneys don't read labels. They don't care whether the sugar came from a syrup bottle or a white packet. All they know is, too much sugar equals more stress, more inflammation, and more work than they can comfortably handle after 60. And every ounce of added pressure chips away at your kidney function, day after day. Let's not forget, aging isn't just about wrinkles or aches. It's about function. When your kidneys start to decline, everything else begins to follow. You might feel more tired, more bloated. You might experience pain in your lower back, swelling in your legs, or difficulty concentrating. These signs often get blamed on normal aging, but they may actually be signals of your body quietly struggling to keep up with the damage sugar is causing. And the worst part is, most seniors don't find out until it's too late. Until kidney function has dropped drastically. Until energy is gone and dialysis becomes the new normal. But it doesn't have to be this way. Not if you start now. Replacing sugary baked goods with smarter choices is not about deprivation. It's about nourishment. Instead of reaching for that frosted cupcake, go for a bowl of fresh berries. Instead of cookies, try a few slices of banana with peanut butter or a piece of dark chocolate with almonds. Make your own baked goods at home, where you can control the ingredients, using oats, natural fruit-based sweetness, and healthy fats like olive oil or avocado. And if you ever feel like indulging, do it mindfully. Let it be a small, intentional moment, not a daily ritual your kidneys are paying for. What you eat matters more than ever now, not because you're weak, but because your body has carried you so far and now deserves your care. It's also important to understand that your kidneys are working 24 hours a day. They never stop. So every small decision either helps them or hurts them. Choosing a healthy breakfast, drinking plenty of water, staying active and managing stress. These things don't just help your heart or your weight, they protect your kidneys. They preserve the filter that keeps toxins out of your blood and gives you the energy to live a full, vibrant life. And no matter your past, it's never too late to start. Even now, with each smart choice, you can slow damage, improve function, and even reverse some of the strain you've unknowingly placed on your body. Many seniors believe that the best years are behind them, that the chance to change has passed. But let me say this clearly, the body is resilient. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, it responds with strength and grace when treated with respect. You are not too old to heal. You are not too far gone to improve. With each nourishing meal, with every sugar you avoid, with every bit of processed food you push away, you are telling your kidneys, I see you. I value you. I will protect you. That small act of awareness can change everything. Because the truth is, your health has never been about perfection. It's always been about intention. So if you've been allowing sugar to sneak into your life through packaged desserts, frozen pies, sweetened cereals, or store-bought treats, now is the time to become fiercely intentional. Become your body's greatest ally. Learn to say no with confidence, not out of fear, but out of love. Love for your future. Love for your independence. Love for the body that has carried you through so much already. You're not just eating for today. You're eating for the energy to walk freely in your 80s. To hug your grandchild with strength. To wake up clear-headed and pain-free. To live, not just longer, but better. And remember, you don't have to do this alone. You're part of a growing community of strong, wise, powerful people who are taking charge of their health after 60. Every choice you make inspires someone else to believe in their own strength. Every change becomes a ripple. Every meal becomes a message. A message that says, I'm still here. I still matter. And I am still choosing life, one healthy bite at a time. The second food many seniors unknowingly consume that slowly harms their kidneys is processed deli meat. These are the sliced ham, turkey, salami, bologna, bacon, sausages, and cold cuts we often keep in the fridge for quick sandwiches or breakfast sides. They seem convenient. They taste familiar. But what's hidden behind that taste is a heavy load of sodium, nitrates, phosphates, and preservatives, elements that burden your kidneys every time you eat them. These meats may not scream danger at first glance, but the damage they cause is silent, creeping, and relentless. And as you pass 60, your kidneys simply don't have the same ability to filter and recover from that burden. Sodium is a key player here. Deli meats are often soaked in salt solutions and flavor enhancers that make them last longer and taste stronger. But all that salt doesn't disappear once it hits your plate. It goes straight into your bloodstream, raising your blood pressure and straining your kidneys' filtration systems. Over time, this excess salt reduces blood flow to the kidneys, leading to gradual loss of function. Even if you don't feel high blood pressure or swelling in your legs yet, it may already be happening. It's like a pressure cooker constantly turned on inside you, quiet but dangerously building over time. But sodium isn't the only issue. Phosphates, which are used to preserve the texture and flavor of processed meats, are even more damaging. These additives raise phosphate levels in your blood, which healthy kidneys normally balance. But aging kidneys struggle with this balance. When phosphate levels rise too high, they can pull calcium from your bones, weaken them, and cause harmful deposits in your blood vessels and heart. Imagine eating something as innocent as a few slices of deli ham and unknowingly accelerating bone loss or calcifying your arteries, all without a single warning sign or symptom. Then there's the issue of nitrates and nitrites, chemical preservatives used to keep meat looking fresh and pink. While they might make your sandwich look appealing, inside your body they're doing the opposite. These chemicals, when consumed regularly, can increase oxidative stress and inflammation throughout your system, especially in your kidneys, which are already working harder with age. Inflammation damages the delicate filters in your kidneys, slowly reducing their ability to clean your blood. And because processed meats are so common, served at breakfasts, lunches, dinners, and even snacks, the damage can become consistent, repeated, and devastating. Many seniors rely on these meats because they feel easy, quick, and protein-rich. But there are far better sources of protein that nourish without poisoning your organs. Fresh, unprocessed meats like grilled chicken breast, fish, beans, eggs, and lentils offer the nutrition your body needs without the toxic preservatives. Even plant-based protein options like tofu, quinoa, or chickpeas give your kidneys relief while still supporting your muscles and energy. Changing just this one habit, removing processed meats from your regular diet, could dramatically reduce your risk of kidney damage and related diseases. And if you think that switching to low-sodium versions is enough, think again. Those products often compensate with other harmful additives or hidden sugars. The real change happens when you start preparing your meals from whole, real ingredients. It's not about becoming a gourmet chef. It's about understanding what your body truly needs and honoring it with love and respect. A homemade soup, a roasted chicken, a colorful salad with beans and seeds, these choices not only feed your body, they protect your future. They allow your kidneys to breathe, to rest, and to recover from years of quiet strain. You may feel like it's too late to change, especially if processed meats have been a part of your diet for decades. But it's never too late to choose better. The human body is remarkable in its ability to heal when given the chance. In studies, seniors who removed high-sodium foods and preservatives from their diets often saw blood pressure improvements, better sleep, and more energy within weeks. Imagine feeling clearer, lighter, and more alive simply by taking control of what's on your plate. That's the kind of power you hold right now, no matter your age. And it's not just about living longer. It's about living freer. Being able to walk without fatigue. Being able to wake without swelling. Being able to smile knowing your kidneys are working with you, not against you. That kind of freedom is built one meal at a time. It's built in the quiet moments when you stand in the kitchen and choose fresh over fake, simple over convenient. It's built every time you tell yourself, I matter. My future matters. And I'm willing to do the small things that lead to big change. Because you deserve not just more years, but better years. So keep this in mind as you move forward, your kidneys are your silent warriors. They fight for you every single moment. And now, they need you to fight for them. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. And your intentions have the power to transform your health, your strength, and your entire future. What you choose to eat today shapes how you will live tomorrow. Keep choosing wisely. Keep choosing life. And now we arrive at the third and final food, the one so many believe to be harmless, even healthy. But beneath its comforting texture and sweet taste lies a hidden danger to your kidneys, refined carbohydrates and added sugars. Yes, those cookies you treat yourself to after dinner. That soft white bread that's easy to chew. The breakfast pastries, cakes, crackers, and sugary cereals that seem like gentle starts to your morning, they're all culprits. While they may seem innocent on the surface, inside your body they trigger blood sugar spikes, insulin surges, and long-term inflammation that silently chips away at your kidney health day after day. When you consume refined carbs, your blood sugar levels rise sharply, and so does your insulin. This repeated cycle is exhausting for your body, especially for your kidneys, which help regulate and balance excess glucose. Over time, high blood sugar levels cause damage to the blood vessels in your kidneys, limiting their ability to function properly. This damage doesn't scream with pain. It doesn't show up overnight. But slowly, quietly, it starts limiting your kidney function, leaving you vulnerable to complications like chronic kidney disease, fatigue, fluid retention, and even heart problems. What makes this even more dangerous is how common these foods are. Walk into almost any home, and you'll find a cupboard full of biscuits, instant noodles, white rice, sugary drinks, flavored yogurts, and granola bars. They're quick. They're familiar. And in many cases, they've become a source of emotional comfort. But comfort that compromises your kidneys isn't comfort at all. It's a slow betrayal wrapped in sweetness. And for seniors, especially after 60, the body simply doesn't process sugar the way it once did. What was manageable in your 40s or 50s now becomes risky in your 60s and beyond. It's not about cutting out all sugars forever. It's about being smart. It's about recognizing the difference between the sugars that heal and the sugars that harm. Natural sugars in fruits, especially low glycemic options like berries, apples, and pears, don't overwhelm your system the way processed sugars do. Whole grains like oats, barley, and quinoa offer fiber and nutrients without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. These small changes make a massive difference. Not just to your kidneys, but to your energy levels, your clarity of thought, your ability to sleep peacefully, and your overall strength. And remember, your kidneys don't just filter out waste. They regulate blood pressure. They keep your bones healthy. They balance vital minerals. They're your silent support system, keeping everything running smoothly behind the scenes. But like any hard-working engine, they need the right fuel. Feed them poorly, and the engine sputters. Feed them wisely, and they will carry you through this decade and into the next with strength and grace. We live in a time when knowledge is power, and you have the power now. The power to look at what's on your plate and ask, is this helping me or hurting me? The power to choose whole over refined. Nourishment over indulgence. Life over habit. And if you've made mistakes in the past, that's okay. Every single meal ahead is another opportunity to get it right. You are not your past. You are your present choice. And today, that choice is to protect your kidneys, because they've been protecting you all your life. This isn't just about avoiding disease. It's about building a future that feels good in your body. Waking up without aches. Going to bed without bloating. Having the strength to walk your garden, play with your grandkids, or take that trip you've always dreamed of. It's about independence. Dignity. The quiet joy of knowing your body is still working with you, not against you. That kind of life doesn't come from medication alone. It comes from what you eat, what you choose, what you believe you're still capable of becoming. So as you stand in front of your pantry, or walk through your grocery aisle, remember this: every bite you take is a message to your body. Let that message be love. Let it be wisdom. Let it say, I'm still in control. I still care. And I still believe the best years are yet to come. Because they are. And here at Healthful Living 60+, we're with you every step of the way. Guiding you, reminding you, and cheering for you as you build a life of strength, clarity, and freedom. Your story isn't over. It's still unfolding, one smart decision, one healing meal, one empowered day at a time. Let's make every one of them count.